I'm going to be talking about repotting a succulent plant. My daughter brought me this succulent plant for Mother's Day. It should have been repotted before now, but I didn't have a chance to do it. So whenever you're repotting any plant, you want it to have a good drainage, so the plant do not sit in soil. You want to make sure you use a really good planting mix, something that does when you're repotting a succulent plant, you do not want it to sit in water. So you want the soil to not hold a lot of water. You want to make sure you choose the right plant. That means a healthy plant, something that's not already burnt from the sun. This is a good healthy succulent plant. With a succulent plant, you do not need to water a lot, maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. And do not leave it in the sunlight for hours, because it will burn. You usually leave them in the sunlight between 4 and 6 hours, not directly in the sun. You want to make sure you fertilize it, which is the food. Usually you fertilize a succulent plant maybe once a month. You want to keep your eyes out for bugs or insects or something, any kind of creepy crawlies. And if you don't know what they are, you may want to take a picture of it and go to a plant store, and they can tell you exactly what type of insect repellent you need to help your plant. Most succulents like hot climates, not cold. There's thousands of different types of succulents and different colors. They come in so many different colors. I'm gonna pull up online some pictures of different succulents. Haworthia succulent. This succulent is great for your indoor succulent garden. It has thick dark green leaves with white horizontal stripes on the outside. Chavera succulent plant. It is one of the most beautiful and easy to find succulents. It has a very nice purplish color along the edge. It grows well outside. Most people don't realize aloe is a succulent plant, but it is, and it likes dry, warm weather, and a lot of people can use it for medication, to be used on sunburns, scrapes, and cuts. Succulent plant. It comes in different greens and deep blue colors. It also likes warm weather and dry soils. Satum succulent plant. This succulent plant is not like the rest. It likes cold climates. It grows flowers in the fall. Very popular with kids because of the furry leaves on it. This is a view of my backyard on my deck. It's not a sunny day, but it's... What we're going to use today is the organic potting mix, my succulent plant, a garden tool to help with the soil, and this is my pot that I'm going to repot my succulent in. And it has a drainage here, so the water can be drained out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some soil in the pot. We don't want to fill it completely up. We're gonna have room to put the succulent plant in there. You want enough soil so the succulent won't be at the bottom of the pot, because we want the succulents to be, high up so it can grow better. And it already has fertilizer in it to help it grow. And when you repot your plant, you want to make sure the pot is like twice the size, at least twice the size of the pot that you're repotting. So what you're gonna do, you wanna kind of like soil down like this on the side. So when you put your succulents in there, you want it to fit in the bottom, inside the soil already. So when you go to take your succulents plant out of the pot, you don't want to replant your succulents while the soil is wet. You want it to be dry, because if you overwater it, your roots can become rot. So just kind of like squeeze it a little bit like this around, just to remove the roots from the side of the pot. And then you can try to pull it up like that. Mine came up pretty good, pretty easy. And if you're planning on not watering it right away, you can kind of pull the roots away from it. But if you pull the roots away from the plant and then you water it, these roots will rot. So I'm not going to pull my roots away from my succulents plant because it needs to be watered. I haven't watered it in a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit it in the pot. I'm going to put a little bit more soil in here so it'll sit higher. Okay, all the way around. And you want your plant about 2 inches away from the pot, like that. And then you can see it's about 2 inches away from the pot, all the way around. Then take your soil and just go all the way around the pot. The good thing about a succulent plant, they don't grow really fast, so you don't have to really worry about repotting your plant a lot. My succulent plant is repotted. I'm going to water it because since I did not mess with the roots at all. And like I said before, a succulent plant only needs to be watered about maybe once every 2 weeks. And if your leaves get soggy looking and mushy looking, that means you're overwatering it. And you don't want them to turn brown. That means they're in the sun too much. And that's about it. And you can always check the bottom to make sure, see if the water run through. And if it does, make sure you dispose of that. That's extra. You don't need that. And there, that's it.